Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. And today we are reviewing the Retro Collection, Wave 2 of the Mandalorian, the Armorer. And she looks great. And honestly, there's something about this figure that I'm a little jealous about when it comes to the Retro versus the Vintage Collection one. But more on that when we get to the figure comparison. So here she is. She looks really great. You see her standing in front of her forge there in the background. Got an awesome piece of artwork there. Big retro sticker. The Armorer. The Mandalorian. Yeah. On the back you got some words and things. It would have been cooler. They keep showing off the words and things on the back of these retro figures, especially for the Mandalorian ones. And it would have been so much cooler if they had arranged them much like back in the day, just had little Mando figures just on the back of it, and had increased the counts with each wave of Mandalorian characters, much like, well, back in the day. But only do it for the Mandalorian, or only do it for the Retro Collection, and include, you know, the prototype figures. Honestly, that would have been just cool to see the Retro Collection just grow and grow and grow with each card back set release. But, it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. There she is. And it actually looks really good. I think this would be a very good passable 5 POA, the Armorer, if Hasbro was still doing a modern 5 POA line as well, because the detail on this is actually very, very nice. So there she is. And here's where the jealousy comes in. She's got fur goods. Now, I know she has the elastic straps right there. It doesn't, like, peg in or anything like that. It's very vintage style. But how come we're going to get fur goods on the 5 POA Retro one and plastic goods on the high-quality Vintage Collection, fully articulated, fully detailed one? What the heck? This is all I got to say about that one. But still, that aside, I think this is really awesome. This is nice and soft. That's very soft. I was going to say this is nice and soft, even though I hadn't touched it yet, but it was even softer than I expected. Yeah, it feels nice. That's nice. Nice. Painted detail on the horns is nice. I like that they didn't just leave it all one color. They actually painted the horns a different color. The head sculpt looks good. 5 points of articulation, just like a vintage figure would be. And she does come with her beskar hammer and her tongs. And if it was workable tongs, I would have clicked it twice to make sure they work for you, because that's the rules. That's what you're supposed to do. Let's see. It seems like the best way to get them to fit in her hand is there's this little bow in right there on both sides. Let's try that. Perfect. There we go. That's it. That was the move. And she stands pretty nicely. Got a little figure stand for her there. I just knocked her tongs out of her hand. Hey, how are you going to pick up that hot stuff? I know you've got like these big heavy gloves on, and that's probably gets you a little far, but you still, I still wouldn't just pick up hot metal without the tongs. There we go. And for comparison, once again, here she is next to the fully articulated Vintage Collection version of the Armorer. And yeah, it looks like she might just be barely shorter than the VC one, which is something we've kind of come to see with the Retro. Sometimes they might be just barely taller or barely shorter than their Vintage Collection counterpart. But comes with the same accessories. And while this one doesn't have, you know, the full color profile that the full screen accurate color profile that the VC one has, I actually like the brighter colors on this one than on the VC one. So despite the 5 POA, you know, despite that vintage nostalgic feel that this one has, there are elements to it where I prefer the VC one And of course, there's elements on the retro one that I prefer over the VC one. Like, for example, the colors. I like the brighter colors, just a little bit more. And of course, I know someone's probably wondering. Yes, you can take this off. It does come off. Again, there's no peg or anything back there. But this one pegs on. Or at least, oh, I guess it doesn't. Never mind, it's actually attached. I thought it pegged on. Well, maybe we can't swap these. Let's see if we can at least come on. There we go. There we go. Would you get under there? It's caught on that little... There we go. It was caught on part of the shoulder there. Or, not shoulder, bicep. It's caught on her bicep. There's a little leather band right there. A little leather band detail right there on her bicep, and that's what it was getting caught on. Okay. It's going to be a bit of a stretch. But maybe we can get it to work. Nope. It's not going to work. Okay. Well, you can't swap out, unfortunately, the fur goods on the VC one with the fur goods on the retro one unless you actually break the figure. Because this is molded to her back. It's not pegged in or anything like that, like on the Black Series one, like I was saying. So you can't even just pull this one off and swap it out if you wanted to, unfortunately, without actually damaging the Vintage Collection figure. So it is what it is. There you go. Go back over there. So there you have it, guys. There is the new retro, the Armor. What do you guys think of the new retro Armor figure? Is she another awesome inclusion to the retro collection? Are you still holding out for retro Return of the Jedi, which will likely be happening with next year's 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi? Are you looking forward to other parts of Star Wars, other series, for example, to have a wave in retro collection? Like I've said, for example, in the past, I would love to see Rebels and Clone Wars get some waves in the retro collection. I would absolutely love a retro Rex. And even though it's not Clone Wars Ahsoka, we did finally get a retro Ahsoka. She's going to be in this same wave with the Armorer here and the beskar Mando and Morak Boba and a couple other figures. So stay tuned for that rebelscum.com review because that one will be coming up soon. That's it for today. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel with notifications turned on, that you're following our website daily because there's something new posted every single day to rebelscum.com, and that you're looking to rebelscumshop.com for all kinds of exclusive swag and merch. Like I said, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time, and may the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.